Is Mindy. I am CNY Woman, and you found CNY Woman Enjoys Yarn Therapy. I am coming back to doing lives, so we'll see who shows up today. I'm working on MJ's Off the Hook 2-day throw blanket. If you watched me for any length of time, you've seen this before, but I did link to her free pattern in the description for this video, so you can go back and look at that. So we'll see who shows up today. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. I decided to come back and do lives. Can't stay away, but I'm not going to do them probably as often as I was. So we'll see how this goes today. Other than that, I've got another uncle on the other side of the family who's in the hospital. Unfortunately, he caught a virus and he's not doing too well. This is one of my dad's brothers. So I went to see him yesterday at the hospital. He has dementia, so he didn't really know who I was. But we had a nice little chat. And, you know, I stayed about half an hour or so, and then he was exhausted, so I left. So I've done my bit and went to see him. So we'll see what the latest update on from the family is tonight. Welcome in, everybody. I'm working on a blanket. It's MJ's Off the Hook 2-day throw blanket. The pattern is linked in the description for this video. You can go get the free pattern. It's not mine. It's MJ's Off the Hooks pattern. But I like to give credit where credit is due. And I'm using Bernat Blanket Perfect Phasing, which is also tagged in this video. So if you want to go buy some, you can go buy some from Yarnspirations, which is the company that manufactures it. Although you can buy it other places too. This color is called dark blue. And I've got to flip my work. And we'll see where we are. You liked my vid? Great. Thank you. Which one did you watch? The blanket one or the yarn haul? So sorry about your uncle. Sorry I was texting with my dad and sis. No problem. I know how life goes. And Shatika says, good evening and blessings. Thanks, Shatika. I appreciate that. So Mar 9351 is here. Hi, welcome in. Kristen, the Crochet Queen, is here. Shatika is here. We got some other people here. If you want to talk to me, feel free to type something in the chat and I'll answer you back. I do read out the chat for people that have vision problems. So we're just going to see how this goes today. I have this much yarn left of the whole cake. So I might be able to get through this today. You know, maybe. We'll see. I'll be closer to my goal of being done with this blanket because this was the blanket I took to my goddaughter's last week while I was hanging out with her. And I worked on it all week and didn't get it done. So I want to get it done and then move on to something else. But it uses Suzette stitch, which is a single crochet and then a double crochet in the same stitch, like I'm doing right now. And then you skip a stitch, you skip the double crochet, which is the longer stitch here, and then you go into the shorter stitch, which is the single crochet from the previous row that looks like an upside down triangle. And then you do that single crochet and double crochet into that single crochet. So it's a pretty easy pattern. It uses 4 balls of Bernat Blanket Perfect Phasing, and it comes out really pretty. You're looking across the blanket. So let me put this kind of like this so you can see what you're looking at. You're looking across the blanket, so it actually has vertical stripes, and they go from dark to light to dark to light and then back to dark. Or if you'd started with light, you would have gotten the opposite progression. It all depends on what side of the cake you start on, the inner or the outer. I started on the inner part of the cake, which is the dark blue. And then it goes to like a very light blue white. And I'm using a size M 9mm Prim ergonomic hook. I like these hooks a lot. There is a post way back where I put links to ergonomic crochet hooks. So if you've never heard of ergonomic crochet hooks and you're having pain when you're doing crochet, I urge you to go check out that post and check these out because they're pretty good crochet hooks. I like them a lot. They have a nice bevel in them. And the different parts of it all work together. And I can crochet for a long time without having hand pain. I do take breaks, however. I'll take a 5-minute break like every hour. So, I did post a couple videos over the weekend of both blankets that I've been working on in February and then a combination of yarn hauls all into one video from like 4 different sources. And of course I just ordered 5 skeins of homespun today. I don't know why I ordered it, but it was pretty. I think it's called Montana Sky. It's blue. And it's on Walmart's website, and they were like $4.87 a piece. So I wanted to make myself a sweater with that. So I'm just going to make a boxy sweater because that 5 skeins is enough for a simple stockinette sweater. So that is what I'll do. I'll knit it. I won't crochet it. And the maximum you could get was 5 skeins. You couldn't get any more. So that kind of sucked. But I got enough for a sweater, so that's good. Excuse me. And up here in Syracuse, where we got some snow yesterday, but we didn't get nearly the amount of snow that they did downstate. I have cousins that live in Westchester County, and I have cousins that live in New York City, and both of them had forced snow days today from their jobs because the traffic was banned because of all of the snow they were getting. Excuse me. Good grief. Okay, I see a mistake, I think. Yep. I see a mistake, so I got to rip out half a row, you know, because you make mistakes every once in a while. So I'm literally frogging, which is, if you've never heard of frogging, it's when you rip it, and it sounds like ribbit, ribbit. So they call it frogging. So I put my crochet hook in the single crochet where I did not do a double crochet in that same stitch. So I've got to go back and do that. So let's see if we can do this simply. And just go like this. So I went back to where I made the mistake. Which is, I have a single crochet and I need a double crochet in there too. At least it wasn't the whole entire row that I had to pull out. I've had to do that a couple of times with this blanket. I had dinner with my cousin on Friday night, which was interesting. There's a little bit of drama on that side of the family. My uncle that passed away has 2 kids and a wife. 2 kids are grown adults. And they are fighting over who is going to take care of mom's finances for her. Let's put it that way. So I had dinner with him, heard his side of it. I don't know who to believe on which side, but I kind of tend to not believe his version of events for other reasons, which I won't go into. But so they're going to fight it out. Probably it'll end up as a court case or with lawyers or something like that. So it's sad but true. And I told him at the end of the night, actually, you know, I said, in the end, she's my aunt. She's not my mom. And you guys are going to have to figure this out. So they will figure it out. So they will figure it out themselves. So I'll kind of distance myself. I mean, not from her, not from my aunt. But I'm going to be kind of distanced from the drama because I can't handle that shit. I just can't do it. The other side of the family, no drama. No drama at all. Yeah. Exactly right, Kristen. So, I mean, I'm going to try and call my aunt once a week and talk with her and see how she's doing. She had a fall and wound up splitting her head open on the end table upstairs next to her bed. Tried to get a hold of some neighbors and friends to take her to the ER, and basically ended up calling an ambulance, taking her to the hospital. She got 3 staples in her head, and she's going to be fine. But it just proves to me she's totally with it, and has her wits about her about something, so that's good. So we'll see how that goes. But she is set to move into assisted living and probably sell the house. I'm not really sure how that's going to go. There's a whole set of circumstances with that. So, but she will be closer to me in distance. So I will be able to go visit her more often. Right now, she's about 50 minutes away from me. She'll probably be about 20 minutes away from me when this is said and done, and I'll get to go visit her. So that'll be good. So she's on the waiting list for the assisted living. So that's good, good, good. All right, I am going to cut it short. I'm going to finish this row, and then we'll let this one upload. I was just doing a kind of a test run to see how we did, and I think we did okay. I'll try again either on Thursday or on the weekend. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to do a whole lot of this tonight. I just got a text from a friend who calls me. So I'm going to let you guys go for tonight. And if you want that pattern, it's MJ's Off the Hook 2-day blanket throw. and it's Bernat Perfect phasing yarn. So have a lovely evening, and I will see you either Thursday or on the weekend.